Yo, what's up guys? Me, Juan Pablo. Please introduce yourself.
My name's Axel.
Axel, dope name. Real name?
That's my real name.
People ask me all the time, Juan Pablo, your real name? Are you sure? All right, bro. Are you sure? This is a state that's asking my real name. That's my first name, Juan Pablo. So Axel, what brought you here today, to the event?
So basically, about a year ago, I was looking to expand my portfolio, grow, and I couldn't find financing anywhere. I went to probably about 10 banks, applied, and everyone said your debt to income's off. You know, you're a full-time investor, we're not gonna give you any money. So for me, that didn't make sense. I said, listen, here's what I have, it's cash flowing, I need the money. And they said, no, your gross income's okay, but what you actually take home's not enough. So I started looking around online and I found a page called 100% Finance. And the deeper I dove into Juan's videos and his website.
Oh, you mean you found us on Facebook?
Yeah.
Originally?
YouTube, I think.
YouTube, okay.
So the deeper I dove into the videos that Juan creates, as well as like what the website actually offers, the more I saw that it's literally like a one-stop shop for an investor. You can get your credit sweep, which you're eventually gonna have to do. You can get the business credit funding on that website. Juan will personally coach you. There's mastermind groups. It's literally, in my opinion, probably the best resource online for somebody starting out in real estate investing.
And how's your experience with the closed Facebook group?
Love it. Juan was nice enough to let me join a Facebook group before I even, got any services. And I started reading, the conversation and the thread that was going on, and it's been nothing but helpful. If I have a question, I literally just throw it up on that website, on that group, and I get 4 or 5 really good answers back, and I can kind of build off of that.
Dope. Now, you said a comment before the camera about inspiration. What was that about?
Inspiration. Well, Juan inspires me because we actually have very similar stories of how we got started out. Knew what we wanted to do, knew where we wanted to go, but we needed the vehicle to get there, the financing, and literally after watching the videos, I probably saved myself 10, maybe more years of headaches and experimenting to gather all this information myself. So he kind of paved the way for people like me that want to do it, because honestly, like, there are so many different routes you can take, and it's going to be a headache no matter what, but if you have a guy like Juan that you can kind of learn from, it'll save you time and energy.
All right, thanks, Axel. I appreciate that, bro.
All right.
Hey, what's up, guys? Me, Juan Paul. What's up, TJ?
Hey, what's going on?
You have the book. Okay. So where you at there right now?
I'm in New York City. I'm in Harlem, 116th Street, and I'm at the live free event. So thank you.
Okay, how do you like the event?
I love it. I like being around like minds, and you always learn something new. So even if you think you know it, it's good to hear it again and again. It's good to meet you.
Excellent.
Now I'm part of the video, not just watching the video.
So tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself, what you do, and about your experience with 100% Finance.
My experience with 100% Finance is, I've been in real estate for a while. I grew up in real estate in New York. However, I took a pause because of my day job, so to speak. But I wanted to get back into real estate, so I said the best way to get into it is to start networking. So I actually started networking, so to speak, online. I came across 100% Finance, and I really like what you had to say. You make it seem just very easy, just ABC 1, 2, 3. It's not complicated. It's just really figuring out where you fit in, what you have to offer, how to get involved, how's the best way for you personally that makes sense for your time, for your money, for your credit. And I just kept paying attention to what you said. I utilized your services. I definitely agree with the business credit. Get business credit, people. He's telling you the right thing. And for me, I just started seeing the results again, and it was easy for me to get started and back in the flow of things. So, yeah.
I appreciate it, TJ. Let's get back to this event. Sergio, what's up, bro?
What's going on, my brother?
What's up, man? It's me, Juan Pablo. It's like with this background, like we're in prison or something. Like the part windows, we're definitely not in jail, bro. We're trying to free yourself, get that financial freedom, right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you hear about it, Sergio?
I heard about you about 3 years ago. I was
oh, so you one of the day ones?
Yeah, 3 years ago, looking into how to quit my day job. I came upon your website on YouTube, and it just from there on, I subscribed and I kept listening and listening. I bought your book.
Excellent.
Last week, and I've been reading it ever since. I bought the program that you were selling before, and I followed it. I kept listening to the lectures you had on it, on how to repair your credit, and I've been repairing it from 540 to now 690. This morning I checked it.
Wow. 540 to 690.
Yeah.
So that's over 150 points.
Yeah.
As a result of the ebook.
As a result of the ebook, things that were on my credit report, delinquencies that were paid off already, and they just kept it on, and I fought them, and I got it off.
Excellent.
And here I am now.
That's what's up. So credit repair is on in the beginning, Sergio. So what's the next step?
My next step is to obtain business credit to obtain my first income property, and so forth and so forth.
Excellent, excellent. So you're in Jersey too, bro, right?
Yes,
so you made it all the way from Jersey?
Yes, I did.
To Harlem?
All the way up to Harlem.
Just to get this knowledge?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
All right, cool, bro. I appreciate your time, bro, and I wish you much success in all your business.
Thank you,
bro. You got it, bro.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up, guys? Me, Juan Pablo. Yo, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Mr. St. Louis, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right, so what brought you out here today?
I had some results based on the program that I implemented from 100% Finance, and I said, you know what, let me come out here and meet these guys in person and see if there's anything else I can grow with.
Excellent. What program was that?
It's the 100% Finance audiobooks and ebooks.
So how'd that help you?
What I did was I used some of the information to clear up some, demographics on my credit report. And I actually found out that once you start doing that, you actually have to really pay close attention to your credit, because they'll put alerts on your accounts that don't allow you to do certain things because you're in the process of rebuilding your credit. And I didn't know that, so I was still applying for one or two things, and it kind of hindered me. And I'm like, in a good way, it actually worked out to my benefit. I was able to give a call and find out this information, which in turn kind of just made me more structured towards paying attention to my credit, because it's not something that I've ever really done. Also, I implemented a strategic way of approaching my derogatory remarks on the accounts, and I found out that consistency and a good relationship with a notary comes in very handy. And my credit score jumped about 40-something points as of last month.
Man, roll up.
Yeah, so I definitely had to come out here today and meet you guys and share my appreciation, as well as see if I can gather more
I appreciate
information.
that. We appreciate you too, man, because it's an honor, for one, for people to want to hear what you had to say, but also to implement what you had to say. Because there's so many people out there, not to knock anyone, they'll take the information and say, oh, it was good information, but they fail to implement it. But you actually took some action.
Yes, I did.
All right, cool, bro. So any last shout outs?
I enjoyed the 100% Finance Facebook group. I've gotten to link with some people who have given me some good tutelage as to how to maneuver with my finances. Although I'm not where I want to be yet, I do have faith that being a part of the groups and coming to these meetings is going to help me exponentially.
And you get the access to the group through the ebook, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I appreciate it, bro.
I use, like I said, there's variations of them. But like what he said, the basic thing I want you to take away from this is negotiating. Like, you need to figure out what the other person wants. Like, you can't negotiate unless you know what they want. Like, if they want a red apple, but all you have is green apples, and you keep giving them green apples, they're gonna say no.
Yeah. Can you give the definition of syndication again?
So syndication is when you're pooling money from individuals to buy a property. Well, it doesn't have to be a property. But in this case, a real estate syndication, you're pooling your money together to go and take down a property that you couldn't do by yourself, or you didn't want to do by yourself. So let's say, again, $100,000 property. Usually the bank wants 20%. So with syndication, there's a couple things you need as a syndicator. You need to have good credit, and you also need to either have experience or have someone on your team that has experience. So because you're going to be collecting money from people, about 20 to 30% of the down. Simple enough. Find a property, buy it, cash flow forever. All right. But with syndications, you're not using your own money. Like, I would go out and I'll figure out this, let's say at building across the street. I'll figure out how much the income is. I'll figure out how much, all the expenses is, and then I'll figure out how much is the whole deal and how much can I give to my investors. Okay.
I'm in a situation like that right now.
Okay.
I was trying, literally, I got it under contract, but I need to find, you know, that part I'm not learning about. My main thing, learning from, you know, a lot of you guys, get out of the contract, because the guy, they're in a motivated selling situation, and his wife has, you know, cancer and stuff like that. So, like you said, they're motivated.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, you know, of course, cash them out because I don't have that capital, because this is like a $700,000 home.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, you know, they wasn't feeling seller financing. But now it's like a wholesale deal for me, and I don't want to wholesale it because this is a cash machine. Yeah, it's like they basically built a house inside of a house. Like, yeah, a swimming pool, like, yeah. And I'm like, I want this.
Yeah.
So.
So actually live in the house and rent it, and they're gonna have an agreement with you to buy it at a higher rate than what you had with the seller. So just basic example, if I want to buy it from the seller in 2 years from now for 100,000, my agreement with the buyer may be 110,000 or 120.
Getting this information in.
Or maybe even 105. It depends on. Then you could even collect on the monthly rents as well. So I'm renting it.
Well, I guess my question is, then why would somebody, well, the question is saying, broadcast, why would someone agree to a price when for all they know, the market could end up much higher than that price?
You said, why would someone agree to a price?
Saying, okay, in 2 years, you said, let's say it was worth, what did you say, 150,000, you know, they'll buy it, or
if it's not like an income bank statement, because that was my problem. Like I said, Cornell was paying me like a stipend, but when I went to the banks, they were like, we don't care about that. It's not on a W-2. You're not paying taxes on it. Like, yeah, you got the fellowship, but you know that's not verifiable income. And then that's when I had to figure out all these strategies. So at the time, zero. And my first deal, like I said, I used business credit. My second deal, I was actually trying to wholesale a building. I think it was
people came hungry to learn.
Building. And the guy said, "Oh, I just need a partner deal, so you get your first deal done in a year." But I was like, "This deal isn't good. Like, if you're going to partner with me, I'm not doing this deal." But I told him, I said, "If I bring you a deal that looks good, like, and you agree to it, would you invest?" And he said, "Of course." So I just figured out what he wanted, and I just did that for the rest of the investment.